Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you from the cloud in the side room. It is 7:12 in the morning, and I woke up today with a lot of energy and a lot of inspiration and some serious focus about producing a newscast. Now, it's early in the morning, haven't had my coffee yet, but I came here to the coffee shop, and after they heard the broadcast yesterday, and he has dark skin, he's the guy that was putting down my Human Rights Watch shirt. And he was a guy who said when I walked in, America's coming to, war is coming to American soil, wanting to see Egypt bombed. And so my mere presence triggers him, right, into thinking about war with the Arab world. And that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell the program director at 106.9 and why you should put me on the air. I'll take whatever speech lessons you want, man. But I'm literally afraid of you. I'm afraid that if I was to show up at your office that you would treat me the way the others did. What I see on your social media is just underwriters needed, not any call for inclusive people to share their story about pushing back against what's coming. And I want you to take that as constructive feedback and not to take that as hatred. And so when I come here to this coffee shop and I have a screaming match, because that's what happened. Okay, I'm talking to somebody else, I'm being nice to him, and he's saying, and I say I quit coffee for 2 weeks, you'll sleep better if you talk less. He's being a dick. That's three times he's being a dick. He's some sort of government employee. He's got strange plates. He's got a big old trailer. He's a dickhead. And he sits here. I think the owner of the cloud sits with him. So this is a person who's part of the Fourth Reich. And what I'm saying is by coming here in this area that already has alien veneration, I'm looking for, I'll stop saying inclusive. I'm looking for people that are actually interested in understanding spiritual warfare, surviving psychic attack, understand the solar cycles. That's basically essentially what I'm doing. I haven't talked to the staff yet, but I assume that because I'm an outsider, it doesn't matter. I couldn't complain about anything. I'm an outsider. And this place kind of is a front, not necessarily for something criminal, but a front for the type of crystone that they want. Which is why there's the 60-minute, time limit period. And so I'm going to go in there, I'm going to buy my coffee, and I'm going to get ready to do a newscast. But I'm going to do the newscast probably over somewhere else, like the library. And even though the energy is a little bit awkward there, and I could do it here if I choose to, but it would be for the purpose of the spiritual activity of pushing back against opposition that doesn't want me here, doesn't want the truth said. And there's opposition to that. So we'll conclude here, continue on. So I was outside telling the story here, and he said, you'll sleep better if you talk less. And then I lean in and I start talking about how you guys got that freedom shirt, but you really want the freedom to take away other people's freedom. They don't like anybody quick on their feet. And even if I say that I have like military in my family, my dad worked for CENTCOM, and I say CIA because he was a translator, that doesn't really sit in well with them. And then another person who's with him, tall white man, he'll be like, you need to calm down. They will just gang up on the short brown guy out of instinct. And that's what's going on here. So I'm going to keep this short. I am going to consider doing a news broadcast with the headset. But I'm not going to allow myself to get too distracted by her beauty. She has a really, really high beauty, but the likelihood that she's not in a New Age alien veneration cult is next to nil, and we know that. It's her job to smile, and it's probably considered professional to smile on a regular basis to keep the people coming back and to make that money. Okay? And then, of course, the owner is here now. He just walked in the door, and he's going to hear about me. He's going to hear about me going off and calling them Nazis and saying that I'm going to expose this town. And so the likelihood that he's going to come up to me and talk to me and maybe have me leave is a possibility, like any second now, because I'm considering going in and getting my coffee. Now, if I do that, go in and get my coffee and run a little test and see how they are. Let's go ahead and get the cell phone turned on. And then what I'll do is go in, get my coffee, sit down, and start getting back into covering the news. Because it's one thing to have an opinion, it's one thing to speak, it's another when you're actually reporting on the news. But see, that's a situation that really should be recorded, because what people are misinterpreting and thinking is that, Crestone likes me or would like me, and there are people out there like, I have no idea. I thought Crestone was so beautiful and loving. And these are typically white people that have never had experiences with racism. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter whether I have a beard, don't have a beard, or any of that. You know? So now I know the owner of the cloud is connected with people who support a lot of people being murdered who aren't white. That part is true. Also, we have Marcus across the street from Crestone Creative, and I try to add him on Facebook because he's always like, oh, I'm so loving. I'm like a hippie. I'll go around playing music. Love everybody. I love everybody. Well, they don't necessarily say that here, but it's part of the whole thing about being a hippie is that that's part of the archetype. Not in the modern world. Not in the modern world at all. So what it is that they don't like, they want to talk, but they don't want me to be able to talk. Now there is a tea shop around the corner. Let's go ahead and keep this recording. And why don't you go ahead and point at the door, just in case. So put up a new window like this, and then point it at the door like so. Stand up, grab your card, buy your coffee. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and continue here, and just keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. Keep it cool. Now, I can tell that they're watching me on the internet because the little boy was looking at me like he saw me on the internet. So him and his mom know me. And so, yeah, I am like fucking smack dab in the middle of fucking cult, bro. It's fucking crazy. How long this is gonna last, I don't know. But I have some really wild thoughts at times. Sometimes I think, dude, just be so annoying. They fucking like pull out a revolver. I know that's crazy, but guaranteed dude's got a gun. Guaranteed. See this look right here? It's about a genetic enemy. And that's what this is. This is about certain people being seen as a natural enemy. And so by me being here and having a powerful energy and overcoming hatred, realizing that I'm being hated and finding a way to make peace with that. Does that make sense? It's not that I'm okay with it or anything. It's that I'm on my way to making some sort of a peace with how things are. Because these are people that are not going to be ready for what's coming. Because they kept themselves in an echo chamber. And so, in the same way that he will throw that statement, someone with blue hair or red hair will act in her own way to influence me to leave. Okay, does that make sense? And so I'd say that there are some people here that are turned on by me, but they're just observing me for the here and now. And that's good. That's a good thing to kind of wait and see and observe and take in the vibes. For a while I thought that guy might actually like me because I have a little bit of masculinity. But the fact of the matter is, you start talking about solar flares, you start talking about truth, they think you're a nobody. But I'll tell you what, when I was getting upset and I was yelling, he had a big grin on his face. Oh, I was going off. I was going off. I was calling him this. I was calling him that. I was calling him this. I was calling him that. And the whole crowd heard me. Yeah, whole crowd heard me. And I told them I'm gonna talk about this place. And then I started dropping Eric Karlstrom's name. And I started saying there's a book at the library saying this is the Vatican, the New World Order. And I think like I went into full conspiracy mode that they were like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like full conspiracy mode. And so that's the thing, get the speech ready. No, that's a different person. I thought it was like, Wonder Bob. Wonder Bob's like, oh, I'll take you for a tour, a magic carpet ride. I'll illuminate your horizons if you give him a lot of money, if you're into Donald Trump. So when I started talking about the New Age MAGA right wing coalition, man, I hit the nail on the head. I really, really did. Let's go ahead and see if the line has gone down any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26,